Hi guys, it's Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the Gratitude Journal, September 2024. Now, you can tell autumn is here. I'm filming this on the 24th or 25th? 24th of September, so not too far before it's due. And autumn is definitely here. We're on a week of the rain, the cold weather's here. We had last week of summer, sort of sunshine last week. But it's back, so you're going to be seeing all my videos either in here or in the dining room. I like it in here if I can because it's my cosy sort of sofa and I've got a bit more room to put everything down, but we'll have to wait and see when the kids are around. So, for me, sort of September, some of the things I'm saying about happened at the end of August because obviously depending on my filming dates, and when I do a sneaky peek about what's happening in October, there is one late September event that's happening. So I will obviously, you know me, but so the first thing that was like that I'm going to talk about is something that happened right towards the end of August, and that was we did our last family trip to Windsor. I'll include some pictures of that, so probably will include a fair few pictures of that because that was a brilliant one. We love going to Windsor. It's one of our places we like going to. It's not too far from us, and we love going with this family. It's like Chris got the day off work, we took the kids, and it's a big thing because the kids love walking down by the river. They get a bit bored of me in the charity shops, but we look at the Windsor Castle. I would love to take them into Windsor Castle one day, but I know it's an expensive thing. And then we have our lunch at our traditional pub. The kids love their lunch. It's just a Wetherspoons, but they love it there. And we always have our lunch there. We always find a big high table because the kids love sitting on the high seats apparently. And then we walk down by the river and we get ice cream. And oh, I love the ice cream. We were lucky. We went on a really nice weather day this year. And so we didn't get wet, which is, considering the way things have gone, it was a really nice day. And Mia went on the Millennium Wheel, sort of this big wheel. And Thomas was a bit upset because he was too young to go on his own. And I am petrified of heights. Please don't judge me. I am petrified. And Chris was a bit nervous too, so we didn't go on that. I'm trying to think if we went on anything. But we did have a good time, and it was brilliant. I love me and my tote bags. Charlie's got me into these tote bags, so I did buy myself a Windsor Castle tote bag. And it's just a little picture of the castle, but I know it's right near us, but I really did enjoy it. And it says, Windsor Castle is a royal resident, and I know the King does stay there, and if the flag's up, one of these days I'd like to see the change of the guards. I know Mum's been there to see that with Charlie and Vicky. With Charlie and her family, but I would love to go and see that one day. When it's summery again, I can use the tote bags. I don't like using tote bags when it's wet because I don't like getting my books wet. But so that's obviously that thing. I did find an amazing bargain. I think one of the things you'll find out is that I have stuck to my 30 book rule this month. So between gifts and everything else, I stuck to my 30 book rule. So when you see the book haul, sneaky peek, there'll be no more than 30 books. But trust me, it has meant that last week when I went to town, and I'll show you some things that I did do, I didn't buy a single book. And I've had to really cut it down because I didn't, even though my numbers went down last month, I didn't want them going up by too much this month. And I found I've been able to read less in thingy, but that'll be a game. I'm rambling anyway, I'll tell you that bit in a minute. So one of the bargains I did find in one of the charity shops was the 8 lives of a 70-year-old trickster, which was won the winner's prize. Now you guys know that when the winner's prize was announced, I did say I did do a video on the fact that I really do want to read a lot of winner's prize books, but past and present I want to read them. And this was one that I think Charlie liked it. A lot of people said it was very hard hitting. It's not one that's going to be an easy read, but it was one that people thought I would really like. And to find it in paperback in this beautiful edition was like, I think it was only like £1.50, so I'll snap that up straight away. And this is about a slave, escape artist, murderer, terrorist, spy, lover, mother, trickster. At the Golden Sunset retirement home, it is not unusual for the residents to invent stories. So when elderly Ms. Mook first begins to unspool her memories, the obituarist listening to her is sceptical. Stories of captivity, friendship, murder, assumed identities and spying. A life that moves from World War II Indonesia to Busan during the Korean War, the Cold War in Busan into the Protestant Church in China. The adventures she recounts are so colourful and various at times, so unbelievable. Surely this woman cannot belong, surely they all can't belong to the same woman, can they? So this is what I'm really looking forward to, but again, it will be when I'm a bit stronger. Explain that again soon. So the next thing that happened was, obviously the kids, actually I'm not written this in order, so the kids went back to school a few days, about a week later. Admittedly, Thomas went back on one day, Mia had a few days later. So I did have a bit of fun with that. But they went back to school. Thomas is so happy with his teachers this year, and Mia's doing really well. Both of them are literally like making me so proud of them. Like this year, we had a really rough year with Thomas last year, and this year seems to be the year he's coming out of school happy, he's learning, and to me, having a happy child is just amazing. And Mia, again, she's got friends, she's tops at English. That's something I'm shouting out to everybody. Thomas takes after his father, amazing at maths, but with his dyslexia, he does struggle with English, although he's doing well with reading. Whereas Mia, she is an English fiend. She is currently reading about Hamlet, and it was really lovely. Like, we had a proper discussion about it, because obviously I like anything to do with books. I love talking to her about them, and she like was asking me questions about William Shakespeare, and we were really having a really good chat, and it was really lovely to hear, and that made me really happy. So yes, it's gone back to being cold season, and I'm sure you've seen from recent videos I've been full of a cold, but they're happy, and that has been, and that also, it's been a blessing to come back and have peace and quiet. I am, as you well know, I'm someone that really loves being with, I do love my children, my family and everything else, and being with people, but I really seek solitude. I like to have time to read, to just me time on my own. You know, that's all I really need. I really crave that type of time, and it's been really nice to go back to that. On the other side, I've had to go back and start cleaning the house from top to bottom, because with the summer holidays, with kids around, it's literally been a mess. So I've started cleaning the house from top to bottom. But that, again, is very therapeutic for me. It's something that makes me really happy, is cleaning and getting it done. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I've got 3 bags of those for charity shops. I'm getting better at, again, I've recently sort of changed my sort of style of what I like wearing. So I've gone through my clothes and gone, right, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. For me, because of various operations I've had, I don't like things touching my belly button, so I don't like things with buckles or like studs or buttons or anything that goes there. So I got rid of some of those. I got my hoodies out. Like, it's just been really good, and starting to get the autumn winter clothes out and putting the summer clothes away, and it's been really therapeutic and making me feel really good about myself doing that. It sounds really silly, that like cleaning and tidying up and getting the house in order, it has. But when you mix that in, and just still doing my walking workouts, which is good for my mental health, cooking, it's all things about being healthy and making me feel better in myself. And it has, it's really worked at giving me that, because there was other stuff going on, obviously, with my hospital visit. We did have the hospital visit at the end of the start of September, and my mum went with me, and this time they really listened. I'm not going to go into details, but I've got one intrusive scan and one other scan. I've got some scans booked, and they're going to look at it again, and if all is okay and there's nothing dangerous that needs to be dealt with straight away, I'll be having a different operation, which won't be as extreme as the hysterectomy, obviously, but it should treat the problem, and it should give me back my life. Because one of the things I've found is, mixed with chronic pain, heavy periods and stuff, is they're not nice, and it has meant that I've had to time my life around periods. Like, if I don't always plan stuff. If I know that I'm going to have a bad day, I just want to hide. And all of the health problems, going back to the hospitals again, has meant that, yeah, it's not been great for my mental health. It did help that they listened this time, and it did help that I know that we're getting help, and I know that I'm getting the support I need. But it has meant that, apart from talking to you guys online, it's really weird. Like, I was talking to one of my colleagues on Sunday, and I said, I'm struggling to go out of the house and meet other people. All I want to be with is my family, but I can talk to you guys and I can do my videos. And they're like, and it's like trying to explain that when I'm talking to you guys, there's no one talking back at me, so you can't tell me that I'm being silly, and obviously you can in the comments, but you know what I mean. I just feel comfortable being myself on here. So yeah, so that's all been going on. Anyway, so that's a couple of these things talked about. I've gone back to walking with my friends, which has been good. So now some of the bookish things. We did also, it was Chris's birthday on the 11th, and we went to Henley, and I feel very guilty. I got told off by one of my bosses that I bought books on Chris's birthday. We went to Henley. There was like loads of charity shops. I didn't buy too many, but he does love seeing me happy, and he does love me smiling when I get books. So we did get a few charity shop books. I'll show you all the books in the my book haul, which will be not the next video, the one after that. But we did go to Bell's bookshop, which is an independent, and I've not tied this. I hate it when they put ribbons on these, but they don't tie up right, and I don't like losing the ribbon. So I have to, well, anyway, I bought this beautiful little bookmark because I do like getting bookmarks, and this is like lovely colours, and I love my butterflies and I love the yellow, so I did buy this. And I did buy a book for the Agatha project, and it was because when I'm buying like full price books, I really want to look into getting a book that I really wanted. So this time I decided that for the Agatha with Alice project, I finally got the courage to watch some of Alice's old videos, and I watched some of her Agatha videos to find out which ones were her favourites. And this was on the list of one of her favourites, and this was Murder on the Orient Express. So this has been put into the project. I'll tell you guys when I'm reading it nearer the time. But this was one that Alice did love, and it's also one I really wanted to read. Everyone knows about Murder on the Orient Express. I think it's been put into a film or something like that. And I think this is a Poirot one, and guys know I love Poirot, so I did get that. And this was one I was really excited about. I did get that in the independent one. I think I did find some other bargains, but I can't for the life of me remember exactly what it was. Also, it's been lovely going back to the library without the children, because when you go to the library, it's peaceful and I can choose books that I want. And I am getting better at not just choosing books that are just any books, not just randomly picking up books that I wanted to read, be it in hardback and I can't be bothered to wait till this comes in paperback, or books that I know that I will read and just could give away again. So not necessarily ones that be on my wish list, but ones that I'm really excited about. And the one I'm going to show you is one that I'm going to be reading at the start of October. But because obviously I'll have to hand it back by the 8th of October, you won't see it in a wrap-up and you won't see it in that. So this is why I decided to show this one. And this is Sisterhood by Kathy Kelly. I love Kathy Kelly's books. They are really good. She's a really good author. And even though it's a hardback, it's still less than 400 pages, which works for books in the library. And this is about Lou, who never puts herself first. She always looks out for other people, even on her own birthday party. All she does is worry whether everyone else is having a good time. Then a terrible secret upends the celebrations. She decides to do the one thing that no one ever expects, something for herself. But finally putting herself first, to finally put herself first, she's going to need her sister. Life has pulled Lou and Tony apart, yet now they are set on a journey, one that will whisk them from windswept Irish coast to sun-baked Sicily. Where will their journey end? This does sound good. Sisters, holiday. Looks really good, so I'm really looking forward to reading that at the start of October. I have got another one that you'll be seeing in my wrap-up, because I'm going to be reading it in the next few days. I also, you guys know also I do that where I go to Waterstones. I have a Waterstones treat once a month. Obviously, I'll be telling you what I'm doing in September in a bit, but in September I picked up Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. I loved Legends and Lattes. Now I know some people have said this isn't as good as Legends and Lattes, but I picked this up. I need to pick up another one, which I'll show you in the book haul, but this is one that I'm really, really excited about, and I got it pretty much as soon as it came out, which I don't do very often. I do treat myself occasionally, but it's paperback. It matches my gorgeous copy of Legends and Lattes, and it's about, obviously, Rackshall. I think everyone knows it. It was out in hardback not long ago. What we need isn't always what we seek. Viv's career with the renowned mercenary company Wrexham Ravens isn't going as planned. Wounded and packed off to recuperate in the sleepy town of Merck, she's so far away from action that she worries she'll never be able to return to it. What's the thwarted shoulder of fortune to do? I just can't wait to read this. But spending her hours at the struggling bookshop in the company of its foul-mouthed proprietor, the last thing Viv would have predicted, even though it's exactly what she needs. Well, maybe what she needs. Just looking forward to this. Don't think that'll stay on read for long. Right, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I did also, when I go into the library, I've got to say, I also challenge myself to go to the coffee shop, and that's something I'll be doing next week. Because if I go, not next week, the week after next, because if I go to the library, I do treat myself to sit at Costa on my own. I need to remember to bring a book because I sort of sit there and scrolling on my phone. I don't like that as much. But I do challenge myself to sit at a coffee shop on my own. And that to me is still quite anxious, but I do enjoy it. Now, for what's coming up in October. The 28th of September, I am going to London. Fingers crossed everything all goes well. To meet Kat from Brews and Reviews. It's my first time going to London, actually on the train to London without Charlie. And it's the first time not meeting my waffle friends. So that part is going to be a bit strange and a bit hard. But Kat has been amazing. She's planned it all. Being Kat has just been amazing. She's planned it all. So she's going to meet me at London Waterloo. We're going to some different shops to what we went through with the other girls. And we're going to some charity shops, I think, being near there. And then we're going off to Leicester Square and looking around. I am vlogging it. So you're going to see a video vlog of it all. So we decided that would be quite fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. Really, really excited. Then the week after that, so next week's obviously, the week this comes up, is after the London trip, but then I've got a hospital visit on the Tuesday, which is one I'm, like I said, really nervous about. Then on the Thursday, I'm going to town with my mum to get my winter boots, because with my Reynards, I'm getting prepared for winter this year. I'm going to get some really strong winter boots, and winter boots that will protect my feet and help my Reynards. So we're doing that, and then the week after that is Charlie Reed's birthday, and we are going. Her birthday's on the Sunday, and we're going on the following Thursday to Woking. So yes, there'll be some books being bought there, and we'll have a coffee together. I'll have coffee, she'll have hot chocolate, and we'll have a morning together. That is a big. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to that so much. I'm looking forward to that. Just smidgen under going out with Kat, but both are really big events for me. And obviously October is Victober. You would have seen that my Victober TBR's out. You would have seen you obviously seen that I've been pre-buying Victober books for this year and for next year. So I've bought a couple. I've already bought a few this month that will be saved for next year, because Victober just brings out everything classics in me. So I've started planning that. I've started planning my October video. So you're going to see my classics. So yeah, that's coming up. Is that you'll be seeing my classics that are planned for 2025. Yes, I've got lots of things to be excited about in October. I love October books. Yeah, the reading kind of at the second part of August kind of went downhill a little bit. I've not had very many 5 stars. So I'm praying that October brings back the good reading month that August was, because September's not been as amazing as it could have been. But I will show you the pictures next about some of the things that happened in the month. But let me know what you're grateful for. I think I am trying to think what emoji. Why do I never ever plan these emojis? I never plan what you got to the end of this video. I know, because obviously the last book that I showed you is Bookshops and Bone Dust. Give me a sword emoji if you got to the end of this video, and tell me what you're grateful for in September. I'd love to know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed, bring on my dingling. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.